City Buns, you beat.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you might be. My name is Marva B. I am the CEO and founder of Black Link Magazine, and this is the Black Link Experience. And I'd like to welcome our special guest, Miss Ambur James, better known as Comedy Bae. What's up, Ambur?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well. Go ahead and tell the world who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Ambur James. My brand is Comedy Bae. I'm a traveling comedian. Been a hairstylist for almost 30 years and, been intertwining both.
Absolutely. We love to see our Black women, flourishing and doing their thing. And so kudos to you for everything that you do. Let's just talk about you and let's talk about what inspired you to get into the comedian realm. Now, let's talk about that because a lot of times, or most of the time, you see men, it's like a more of a man thing, right? To be a stand-up comedian or whatever. But then you started seeing the women come into the game. So tell me about your inspiration to be a comedian and to do what you're doing in the comedian realm.
I didn't really have aspirations of being a comedian. It kind of just fell into the life. And the first time I got on stage, I just kept getting booked after that. So it's kind of like, you couldn't have told me 10 years from ago, this will be my life now.
Yeah.
So that in itself is inspiration to me to keep going because, it's not what I have planned. It's whatever the universe has planned for me, whatever my destiny is. So that's inspiring, just and exciting to kind of see where this road can lead me to.
So when you were growing up, did people tell you were funny? Like you always laugh? Like how did that work?
Absolutely. I'm literally the same as I was in high school. I've always been humorous. I come from a humorous family and I was a class clown, of course, in school, was hindering people from learning. And, by being in a beauty shop, it's a lot of beauty shop banter and all that. If you've been in the beauty shop and it's just like people would say, you missed your calling, you missed your calling. I was like, well, what's my calling? Because I thought I could lay some hair, child.
Right.
So it just so happened to come of that. Me being humorous, me being a beautician, the whole thing. So if I look back in hindsight, it's like, where else was I going to go? I never see myself here, but all the steps leading up to here, pointed in this direction.
Yeah. God just blessed you with multiple talents. You can do hair and you're a comedian. So you gotta one up, right? So
yeah.
Let's talk about your first time hitting the stage. What was it that you said, okay, I'm gonna go for it. This is my first time. If they laugh, they laugh. If they don't, they don't. Can you remember back to that first time and what happened?
So what happened was my aunt, she had a fundraiser variety show type thing, if you will. And she was like, Niche, you're so funny. Can you come and do 5 minutes at my event? I was like, I ain't no comedian, but she was like, you can do it. You so funny, da, 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 da. So I'm like, all right, I ain't no punk and I ain't turning down a challenge.
Yeah.
So I got up there, chapped, that microphone was shaking like a stripper. And I couldn't even hear the audience. I was so nervous that all I was concentrating on is saying what I had practiced.
Right.
So when I got done, I looked around and I was like, okay, are they laughing at me? Are they laughing with me? I didn't know what all the commotion was. And then come to find out, everybody was giving me accolades after, like, oh, you were so funny. Oh my goodness. I was like, okay, Pop's calling.
Yeah.
And then somebody in the audience, they were like, okay, well, I need you to come and do this for me. I went and did that. And then from that point, I think it was like, I was hosting a poetry thing and I was just naturally being myself hosting. And from that, somebody was like, okay, well, I want you to come and do that. So it kind of just being a snowball effect of things.
Right. How did it affect you in your work doing hair? Were you just able to balance? Are you just able to balance, your work around being on stage and doing hair? How does that work?
Yeah. At first it was a challenge because I didn't see it going nowhere. It was just another side hustle to me. So I was taking gigs, but my clients, I had to work around their schedule because, gigs are mostly on the weekend. They like, wait a minute now, what you doing? Yeah. Like, are you gonna do hair, tell jokes, bitch? What you doing? And so, once they seen that it was going somewhere, I think more people seen a future in it than me. Yeah. They just started falling in line. Now, I ain't gonna lie, girl. A lot of clients laugh because they like, oh, you ain't about to be doing hair long. Right. You about to blow up. You ain't about to. So they jumped ship thinking that I was going to be, retiring and just doing hair. They like, child, you ain't gonna leave me hanging. And so I have a few clients left that's just like the Titanic playing to the bed, go, to the ship sink ship. The ship sinks. Right, so big ups to them for keeping the lights on,
Absolutely. So at what point on this journey of comedy did you know, like, okay, this might be a thing, and you really felt like you were really in your comfort zone and you were really going to spiral upward in this business of comedy?
Well, I hadn't truly focused on comedy, but I kept noticing that with minimal effort, I was getting these amazing opportunities. And at some point I was just like, wait a minute, I might have something here, because if I'm not putting forth any effort, right, and these things are just coming to me, let me shift focus and put a little effort into it and see where it take me. And at some point I was like, you know what, I owe it to myself to see how far this will go. So I just been betting on myself every time, keep going, and the opportunities don't stop. I'm never in the same place for long, and I'm constantly forward motion, which is important to me, because if it wasn't going anywhere, I probably still wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned in this business? Because as I said before, when we opened, it's the men kind of dominate in this realm of things. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
The biggest lesson that I learned, I just think always bet on yourself. Yeah. Always bet on yourself, and you're gonna be met with some adversity because of it's a male dominated area. I say just stand your ground. Don't give in to the foolishness, and just stay focused.
Did it intimidate you? Because you didn't grow up thinking you were going to do comedy, right? Did it intimidate you that, man, this is a male-dominated field, but look at all these fire women, that are coming up in this game? Did that intimidate you at all?
Men don't intimidate me at all. I've always ruled.
I love it.
So.
I love
it. Men, I got that part.
Got that.
Yeah. I think working with women was very intimidating, because I say that because when I first started doing it, it wasn't very many women, places for women. Right. They only want one woman on the show. You had to either be super funny or you have to be nice looking. And so that made, which I understand now, it made for a very competitive sport in women in comedy, because you couldn't really make friends because, or you couldn't really, you just had to stay focused and not, pay attention to, or even try to get other women a hand up,
Right.
because it wasn't enough room.
Right.
Now things have changed. It's much more camaraderie amongst women in comedy now, but there's more funnier women, undeniably funny women that and it's room for them now.
Yeah.
People like Tiffany Haddish,
Love her.
some more,
Love her.
even Whoopi Goldberg, Cheryl Underwood. They paved the way.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if they can do it and reach peak, then it's possible.
Yeah, and I think they opened a path for women to come into this business and be successful. Let's talk about support, because when we're trying to reach for our goals, or we're going for something and we feel like there are certain people that should be supporting us, but they don't. How do you feel about the people that should support you or are supporting you? What do you feel about support on your journey? I'll just say that.
Yeah, I don't see nobody who's not supporting me. I'm only loving people who love me back. So if you don't like me, I probably don't even know. If you don't support me, I probably don't even know, because I'm too busy paying attention to the people who do. I feel like when I feel like when you are paying attention to the quote unquote haters, then you are, that's a smack in the face for people who are supporting you. So I'd rather just focus my attention on that. And I was one of like them little kids, like little magic. So, I've always had these ideas in my family, or, I used to put on little plays for my family, and they supported all that corny shit. They was just like, go Amber, go. So I've always been validated, and I've always been around nothing but love and support. I'm talking about from my mom, my family, everybody. So I've never really paid attention to non-supporters, or
Yeah. I love that you say that, and I can't wait to get the interview out, because people need to know that it's not about who don't support you. Just embrace the people that do support you, because we can get so wrapped up in who's not supporting us that we forget all about the journey we're on. So I like that. The entertainment world. This is the entertainment world, and it could be a cruel world in this entertainment business. So what are you telling people, or what advice, or what's your best advice that you could give someone that wants to get into the world of entertainment, let alone comedy? Because comedy it's not easy to get up on a stage and make people laugh, even if you are funny.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Yeah.
It's not for the squeamish. I would just say, because a lot of people, they do think that they could just get up there one day, but it's not as simple as that. Practice, confidence, bet on yourself every time. Do the work, because sometimes you have a natural ability, but it's not just about that. You have to add work to the natural ability to get forward motion, and just stay focused. I got the opportunities to work with some amazing people just by being a yes person. Personality wise goes a long way. Be pleasant. Yeah. Shake hands, kiss babies, do what you got to do, because you never know who you're going to run across in this business, who you might see again. You never know, who has an opportunity for you. The biggest compliment is your name being spoken in rooms you aren't even in. That's so, right. Be kind.
Remember to treat everybody with kindness, because it don't matter what walk of life they come from, they might have an opportunity.
I'm recently traveling with Faison Love. Yeah. Y'all might know him as Big Worm. But that's currently. But I've also done shows with Ricky Smiley, Bill Bellamy, Earthquake, Mike Epps, just to name a few, you know.
Yeah, how fun. Okay.
No, I was just like, it's a fun gig.
So let me ask you this. Like, we are, the fans or whatever, we go and we see a show and they come out on the stage and they crack you up. Like, is it a laugh and good time the whole entire tour, the whole entire time you with them?
Listen, working currently with Faison, it is an adventure from the time you get off the airport, from the airport to the time you leaving. I'm so grateful to be able to have a chemistry and a familiarity and just the camaraderie with the people he hangs with. Faison is the type that get bad press in the media, but he's a really good, dope, cool guy off, on the sideline. So him and all the people who travel with us, it's like a family. It's like just so comfortable, and it's a lot of bickering and brother sister type of vibes. Just the family environment. I'm so grateful to be able to have that chemistry with those set of people.
That's amazing. I'm so excited for you. I'm glad to see you as a Black woman, out there doing your thing amongst those big names. Like, right, Ricky Smiley, what? Mike Epps, what? That's a big deal, and you should be proud of that. And thank you for setting the tone for people, setting the stage for young girls that are coming up behind you, because they're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. I came, so they got to come too.
If they'll come, it'll be more after them.
Exactly.
We continuing to leave our good impressions behind and opening doors for people that come up behind us. So kudos to you on that. Go ahead and tell the people how they can find you on all social media sites.
You can find me under Instagram at comedy_bae1. I'm Ambur James, which is Amber with a U. So I'm not hard to find.
Yes, I saw that.
And that's it. I don't have much on YouTube right now, but.
Right. Well, that's good. You guys, she's on Instagram. It's comedy_bae1 on Instagram. Let's go out there and support our sister and let us and show her some love. Black girls rock. What?
Yes.
And so this happens to be Black History Month, and while we celebrate our Black all year round, we're just putting an emphasis on it in February. And so glad to have you a part of Black Link Magazine during this time and seeing your successes and from where you come from. So kudos to you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. After we got through the tech issue, like
it's nothing. Water under the bridge.
I lost the interview like that. I was like, oh God, here's number 2.
Oh, no.
Thank you for hanging in there with me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So you guys, we're gonna go for now. Remember, Instagram, comedy_bae1. Go follow her, go like, go share, go comment on her post. Other than that, you guys remember, respect yourself, respect each other. God bless.